Today we are creating this everyday beautiful makeup look. If you're interested in learning how, keep watching. I prep my skin with my skincare. Now I'm going to go in with my primer. I'm using the Vitamin Glow by Smashbox. This is enriched with vitamins and gives a beautiful glow to your skin. Now the next step I like to do is my concealer, and we have a brand new concealer coming out with Clinique. It is the Clinique Even Better Concealer. And this is a thin weight formula but full coverage, and it's actually going to correct your darkness over time. So I just like to put that anywhere that I'm going to have a little bit of darkness or imperfections. And you can see I have a little bit of a leftover of a breakout, so I'm going to put it there, and then I get some smile lines. All right, and then before I blend it out, I'm going to go in with my foundation. I use Double Wear Foundation. This is a full coverage matte finish foundation, and it won't sink into your pores or fine lines, and it's going to give you beautiful skin overall. And so what I do is I put some on my beauty blender, and I just kind of go around the edge of my face because I have all the concealer kind of in the center. So I put that around, and then what I do is I start blending together. And you just want to continue using your makeup brush or your sponge and blending it out until you get an even coverage. And just keep pouncing. You can see how it's taking all the little bit of redness out of my skin. And you can always kind of double pounce on the areas you need extra coverage. This foundation is wonderful. It's 24-hour wear as well as it's transfer resistant, which is my favorite because I hate when I'm wearing a coat or anything like that and it ends up on your collar, or you give somebody a hug and it imprints their shirt or jacket. That's super embarrassing. So that's one of my favorite features about this amazing foundation. Now we're gonna go in with the brand new Smashbox Halo Powder. It was repackaged. It's infused with goji berries, gold, and peptides for a soft, natural finish. And you're never gonna look cakey with it. It is a pressed powder, but you get to grind it and it turns it into loose powder. So once you've put an even layer everywhere, we're ready to get into the color. So now we're going to do the majority of our face makeup with the Smashbox Cali Contour Palette. It has 6 shades in it. It has a contour, bronzer, setting powder, brightening powder, blush, and highlighter. So I'm going to let you take a look inside. So you can see it has the contour, bronzer, blush, highlighters, and setting powder. So we're going to get started with this. I'm going to take my angle Smashbox brush and dip it into the bronzer. And you really don't need much. Make sure you tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna start working it in here. Just to give me a nice contour. And now I'm gonna grab a little bit of the contour color. Again, you don't need much because it's really going to have a strong payoff. So you can see I'm building up the cheekbones. Yeah, see, I added a little too much and then it gets too strong, so then you gotta blend it out. So I'm gonna use, anytime you add too much, try to take it off with a tissue, or you can just blend, blend, blend. All right, now I'm gonna grab my bigger, fluffier brush and again go into the bronzer because I like to go around the halo of my face to give me a little bit of color, and then bring it down into the contour. Now I'm going to go into the blush. Don't need much, just pat a little bit on and then blend it out. You can always grab more. Just on the apples. Again, you can see I just grabbed the slightest bit too much. You really just need a little bit. Now we're going to do our highlight. I'm going in with the lighter shade. If you have a darker complexion, go in with the darker shade. So you're just going to pick a little bit up, and I'm going to start just down the bridge of my nose. And you can see how beautiful that is. It's a nice natural look. And I just like to put a little bit around my eye area. And then a little just right on the cupid, so. So now I'm gonna do my lips. Some people like to do their eyes first. I like to do my lips because I like, not a bright lip, but definitely for it to stand out. And that way I can balance my eye makeup with it. If you're more into your eye makeup, then do your eye makeup first and play your lip off that. So I'm gonna go in with the Double Wear Lip Pencil in 04 Rose. It's really creamy, won't feather, and wears for 12 hours. So you're just gonna outline your lips. I kind of do that, and then again. And you can do all different kinds of shading depending on the lip shape you want. I'm now gonna go in with my lipstick, Clinique, and this color is in Bear Pop, and I love this because it's really creamy and weightless, and it's gonna keep your lips moisturized all day. So now that we got the lips finished, we're gonna go in with the 24-hour Smashbox Eye Primer. It's gonna make your shadow colors more vibrant as well as make them last longer. So I just put a little bit on my finger. You can definitely put it on a brush, but you don't need much. And I just go right up to the brow and just blend that in. And then I'm gonna go in with the other eye. If you have the problem where you do your makeup and spend so much time on it, and then you go to your outing or to work, and you get to work and look in the bathroom mirror and your eye makeup is all gone and it's off with the wind, this is the product for you because it's really gonna make it stay all day. Going in to do my brows, I'm using the Clinique Superfine Eye Pencil. What I really like about this is it's self-sharpened, so you can just roll it up, and it's really, really fine, so you can get in there nice and close to the brow. So what I do is I kind of go under here and I start drawing a line. So just draw a line under your brow, kind of like that, and look how much it's already giving it such a shape. And then from there you can do little hairs up. And kind of go in the way your natural hairs would go, kind of up here and then sideways here. Now the fun part, the eyes. So we got our brows on and we already got our base on, so now we're gonna go in with Petal Metal, the Smashbox palette. It's nice and small so it fits in your purse, and it has really high pigment, and you can see the colors in here that we're gonna be playing off. First gonna set my eyes with a little bit of the powder that we used before. Okay. And I just put a little bit all over my lid. That way the shadow just blends beautifully, as it almost has like a veil to slide on. Okay. And so the first color I'm gonna go into is this light brown here. Just gonna pick a little bit up on my Smashbox eye brush, and I'm just gonna go right into the crease here and start building that up. And I could dip down a little bit on the lid. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more because I want it a little bit deeper. If you want a very daytime look, you can leave it at that. Now once you have the color range you want, you can just go into your next color. So we kind of have a nice diffused eye look here going. So now that you had your crease color on, we're gonna go in and choose the dark brown here, and I'm just gonna pick a little bit up on my brush and blend it out on my eye. And you just keep blending it out in little backward C motion to darken it up. So now as you can see, I have it on the base of my eye. I'm gonna grab a little flat brush here and just gonna go right in the corner too to crisp it up. And you can see how that just kind of crisps it up, and now we'll blend it out. So if you want to keep it a little bit more daytime, just keep it right in the corner, but I like to take a little bit of the axis of the dark and kind of bring it into my crease to make it look a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more smoky. Okay, now that I got the shade I would like, I'm gonna go in with this middle, next to the dark, the lightest one. And I'm gonna place that on the lid where there's no other color, so no other shadow, so we're just gonna pat that in. If you want to do an all matte look, just grab like a light pink shade or a light cream, and you can complete that look, or this look, with that as well. So you can just see it's giving a little bit more dimension. And then I just take my brush again and blend it in the center so you can't see where it kind of starts, where it finishes. Take the leftover of a little bit of my foundation and I just kind of cut it a little bit right here and just make sure that it's lifted. There you go. And if you want a more dramatic look, you can go ahead and take a darker color and run it on your lash, on the lash line as well. I'm just gonna do a little liner right on the lash line, right on the outer lash line, to give me kind of more of a wing look. I'm using Coffee in the double wear. Again, 12-hour wear, doesn't smudge, long wearing, and again, just right on the edges. And I'll do the other side. See how that gives a little bit more definition to the edge of the eye? I'm gonna go in with Estee Lauder Sumptuous Mascara, and I just get right at the root and pull up. Shake it a little bit. You can just see the difference right away. And I do a little bit on the bottom. And the other eye, I'll get another dip. I know I make weird faces when I'm doing mascara. I think we all do. It's girl code, right? Now, sitting under these hot lights, I'm just gonna add a slight little bit more powder. So now if you're happy with your look, you're just gonna take Smashbox setting spray and you're gonna mist it all over your skin. It's gonna make your makeup last for 16 hours, so. Thank you, everybody.